No, I think the biggest thing was, I mean, you gotta give Nova a lot of credit and Dixon. They came out and were more aggressive. And again, I think the Marquette game, I think these guys get used to the physicality. And I thought they came out and were more physical, played more physical, created turnovers. And I just challenged them to play the way that we practice, which is much more physical, much more aggressive. And I thought everybody came out in the second half, did a great job.
11 turnovers in the first half, was 2 in the second. How were you able to
I
kind
just,
of clean those up?
again, it was just being more physical, and just everyone getting used to whether it's Jacoby, Derik, Selton, Malachi, even Rodney. The only two guys that are really used to the physicality every day is probably Juju and Deshaun. So if you look at sometimes you have guys out there, and it's understanding that when him and him want to impose their will on people, they can do whatever they want. It's just not letting the game go, kind of getting into it right away. And I think that's when you play against big physical teams, it's got to be a little bit more of a priority.
Derik, for you, 18 of your 22 points coming in the second half. What do you think was different after halftime?
First, all the coaches getting on me, and me just understanding how they was playing me and slowing down and trying to make the right decision every time.
Kevin, what made it so tough to stop Dixon?
He's a tough matchup. I've been playing against Eric now for 6 years, and he's really evolved his game. He made his first couple and just got going. I mean, he banked one in. And even in the second half, I thought we did a much better job of making him work. I thought, again, we just didn't come out and play physical enough with him to start. But you also got to give him a lot of credit. He made a lot of tough shots and played really well, and that's what good players do.
Coach, the first half, like you said, they made a lot of open shots. Dixon had a lot of open shots on the weak side. What halftime adjustment did you make on the second half? Because second half, you worked for everything you got.
Again, sometimes it's a little, keep it simple and just play a little bit more physical. And I thought we wore him down a little bit. I thought the top of the press did a really good job of kind of getting them. And again, we were able to score. When we can score in consecutive possessions, our defense is really good. And again, the first half we didn't really we struggled to score. We turned it over 9 times. That's not where our defense is built, and that's where we struggled.
Harrison, and then we'll go back on the left.
Kevin, how were you able to get Derik the ball in more advantageous spots in the second half after winning 4 shot attempts in the first?
I mean, to be honest with you, he's such a talented player. The game comes easy to him. But I would say he was a little bit too lackadaisical and a little bit too cool in the first half. And I think he got a little pissed off in the second half. And I think when he plays that way, he's as good as anybody there is. But when he comes out and he plays lackadaisical, and that's what happened. We didn't really change anything. We kept running the same play and get him the ball at the elbow. And when he's angry and he's mad and he plays that way, he's a dominant player.
Can you talk a little about Malachi and Jay's, and obviously the stat sheet's not going to show, but felt like they had a big impact?
No, I thought Jay and Malachi and Deshaun in the second half, I thought their defense and, again, physicality, Deshaun got 2 big deflections, got a huge box out. And I thought Jay with Jacoby in the press, just kind of when those 2 guys are out there together, really trying to, you got to worry about those guys. And I thought all 3 of those guys did a good job of, again, changing tempo, putting pressure, a better pressure than that first group did.
Go on the left and then back to Jimmy.
Coach Derik had a great performance tonight. Looks like Nova went smaller in the second half, less than how do you feel about that matchup and how he can?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to start out trying to get Brickus involved in the pick and rolls with them because they're going to switch, and we had him on them. And when they went small, it's like, all right, then you got to deal with him, and you got to deal with him, and you got to pick your poison. And again, it was more or less just taking our time and just getting him the ball in those positions on that really left elbow where he can go to work.
You talked about that. You've known Dixon for 6 years now. Richard, graduate student, knows the skills of the program. What do you think you saw from them tonight?
I think Nova's going to be. I think they're going to figure it out. To be perfectly honest with you, the only player that we played against last year was Dixon. So he's put together a whole new team. He's got some really talented young kids that I like. He's got 5 seniors that it's going to take a little time for them to figure it out. But I think Kyle's going to do a really good job with that group. That's going to be a team that's very, very good as the season goes on.
Gene, we'll come back to the what can you take us through your thought process at the line and whatever seconds it was left? I mean, that kind of calmed you nerves when you're taking those free throws.
I just looked at it like it was just like it just was 13 minutes in the second half. Just make 2 free throws and they free, and I don't like to miss out on free points.
And Juju, what kind of win like this kind of do going forward? Kind of give you momentum. The Big Ten play comes around the corner.
I feel like it builds confidence within the team. It's a great win, especially especially knowing how we came out in the first half and just bouncing back how we did. It just builds confidence in each other.
Front line.
Question. When you know the team across the floor as well as you obviously do, you know they've been a little wobbly this season. Maybe have some confidence. Is that something in the huddle you tell the guys, hey, go exploit that?
No, I mean, again, I think the way they came out, I was really impressed with the way they came out. Obviously they struggled at playing against Virginia and Baltimore, where the one kid got hot against them. But Kyle in this system, he's got a great staff. They're going to figure it out. And, for us, Derik's new, Jacoby's new, Selton's new, Rodney's new. The only one out there that, for us, has been Deshaun and Juju. So it's more about us. It's more about learning what we need to do and focusing on us. You can't worry about, hey, they haven't been together for more than 5 games because we haven't been together for more than 5 games either. So this was a good stepping stool for us.
Ed and then Colin.
William, can you talk about your first half performance? Shot from front and outside. You feel like it's up to you in the middle to kind of set the pace on offense.
Yeah, I feel like I had to step up to the plate. Guys, we was kind of lackadaisical, like Coach said, and just bringing my energy and being there and holding us, keeping us in the game to the first half till guys get comfortable and whatnot. And I feel like I did a good job of that. And going into the second half, I did the same thing.
And then over here.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about using Derik as a facilitator, particularly when he's on the elbow and using the upper spot?
Yeah, I mean, I think they work really well together. I think the one thing that I think they both done for each other, I thought it was gonna be a little bit hard spacing for both of them, but they're both such good passers. I think they have a really good feel for where the other guy is. They're both unselfish. Derik has 5 assists, Juju has 2 assists. So I think they have a good feel for where each other is. And so, for both guys being as big as they are and taking up as much space and being in there, you look at the first game against Marquette to this game, just them working off each other. I think they're just going to get better and better with it.
And then last
Coach,
one.
2-part question. Reference to the rebounds and also the physicality of your team in the second half with the comeback win.
Yeah, I thought rebounding. I thought that was a big part of why we got in the hole in the first half. Their offensive rebounding, again, that's kind of what Nova has always done. They're one of the better rebounding from the guard spots, always have been. If you think about Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges and all those guys crashing in, it's never just been the big guys for them. So they've always been a great guard rebounding team. And then really, again, in the second half, I thought we did a good job of making them just rush on their 3-point shots. Everything was kind of rushed. Everything was a little bit not in rhythm. And when you can get a team that's used to being in rhythm, not in rhythm, that means you're playing good defense. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thanks for that.